I totally recommend it because that music lets you know that this is a big deal.
Right.
The picture you're looking at is the QLED. It's the Samsung 2023. We put that in there so that you know that it is the latest and greatest. It's the Q60, and the Q60C happens to be our most popular model here at QVC. Like QVC shoppers, you and I, we absolutely love it. It's a 4K television. Not only that, it's going to make whatever you're watching look better. It has something called upscaling. So if you put in an old movie, if you were watching like old Young Frankenstein, A Wonderful Life, if you're watching Singing in the Rain,
my favorite,
all that stuff is going to look better and better. And then 1 billion different colors in here. And not only that, we are including for the very first time, which is why we're calling it new today, the Xbox wireless controller. So before, when Craig would present this, he'd say, you know, just use your controller and then you can stream games. The controller's coming with, in addition to a suite of other software. So let me share with you what you've got. You've got choices here, 43, 50, 55, 65, 70, 75, and an 85-inch TV, all easy pay of $96 to $320. But let me share with you that with the Black Friday sale price, shipping and handling is free. You do have that 5 easy payments, and that you're saving anywhere from $70, starts at $70 to $700. And I'm just going to let you know that the 85-inch television is $1599. Now, I say that and you think $1599, that's not insignificant. I totally agree with you. Except the retail on that television is actually $2,300.
Wow.
So when we're $1599 and the retail is $2,300, you're like, wow, that's a heck of a deal. The last thing I'll say, Chelsea, is that I always feel like buy the television that is as big as you can possibly get for your space, because you're going to have it for several years, right? And get the one that your wall can handle. Like, period. Don't buy the small TV for the big old wall. Splurge, do it. It's your entertainment center, but it also can be the monitor for your computer. It can be a learning hub. It doesn't have to be like, ooh, evil television.
No.
It can, it can be like good stuff.
I feel like it's like the heart of your home. That's what you gather around.
That's where you're watching the games.
Exactly.
Right? Exactly. We're going to bring in Craig Smith because he brings us this really rockin' deal right in this moment. Because we've already had our last Samsung Today Special Value. So there isn't going to be another Today Special Value. This is a big deal, which is like the next best thing, and it's the #1 television brand in the United States. So we're super excited about that. Craig Smith, Smitty, nice to see you.
What's happening, ladies? Just, you know, as a former sportscaster, to hear the two of you break down the NFL schedule a few minutes ago with Fred Hamilton.
We got it.
Nothing short of spectacular, ladies. Nothing short of spectacular at all. That keen NFL knowledge. If we want to break down the nickel defense next week that the Eagles are going to put on, we can talk about that later. But let's talk about the TV for now. You got it. So yeah, by the way, you know, so here's what I'm doing right now, which is really cool about this Samsung television. I am actually playing the flight simulator game through the Xbox. And by the way, there's no Xbox plugged into this television set. This is one of the really cool features with this TV, because for years we've been talking about smart TV and the ability to stream your Netflix or stream your Disney Plus or your HBO Max or whatever it is. Well, what Samsung has done with this television is now you don't need that big gaming console that costs $400 or $500. All you need is a Bluetooth wireless controller, and you can wirelessly connect that to the TV. And now, as I go back to my home menu, I can stream the Xbox games. So I could stream the flight simulator, I could stream Fortnite, I could stream all these really cool games, in addition to being able to watch my Netflix, my Amazon Prime, and all that other kind of cool stuff. This is a really cool feature, right?
A couple things, and I don't know, Brian, do we have we have a little product features call out, a little piece of tape that goes with this television? I'm not sure whether or not we have it. I guess we don't have it. But what I was going to ask you, Craig, is that Samsung is the #1 brand in televisions, right? And this, we put 2023 there for a reason. Let's talk about this, if you'd help us, that this is the latest of the Q60C QLED. Lots of initials, but that means something important, right?
Yeah, lots of combos of letters and numbers. What it really means for you, first of all, Samsung, the #1 TV brand out there. It's been that way for a long, long time. And this Q60 series, this is the most popular series of television that Samsung puts out there. And some of the amazing specs that we have here, Rachel, you talked about it a couple seconds ago where you're talking about that upscaling capability. What that's all about is this is a 4K TV. And there's some amazing stuff that's currently shot in 4K. But anything you watch on this television set, no matter what it is, no matter how old it is, it's going to get pushed up to 4K quality.
Whoa.
So you could be watching those classic Christmas movies, It's a Wonderful Life, Singing in the Rain, like you talked about a couple seconds earlier. Anything that you watch is going to get pushed to 4K. So the picture quality is going to be nothing short of spectacular. And also, Samsung does another really cool thing. They use their QLED lighting technology. Now, I'm going to get a little techie here for a second. Samsung uses cool and warm LED lights. You don't need to know anything about that other than the fact that this television is able to generate every single color the human eye can see. It's that sharp, it's that crisp, and it's that brilliant, and that's what you get from an amazing brand like Samsung.
I also just need to say 1 billion, that's with a B,
That's
different
crazy.
colors. I mean,
That's right.
I'm like, I wonder how many colors the eye actually sees, but I don't know. And I think it's cool that like apparently 1 billion colors are here.
That's nuts.
Right?
Yes, 1 billion colors, and that's because of the warm and cool LED lights. So you know how sometimes you buy those light bulbs and sometimes they look like they're yellow,
Yeah.
and sometimes they kind of have a little bit of a blue tint to them? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yes,
totally.
yes.
So that's the yellowish ones are warm LED
Right.
lights. The bluish ones are cool LED lights. A lot of TV manufacturers, they just use one kind of light. It's cheaper. It's easier to do it that way. That's not the way Samsung does it. So when you're watching, we got the QVC HSN Plus app right here. We see Sean, Rosina are on right now. Look at all these beautiful colors that we have in the background. You're able to see all those colors. That's why when you go to that big box store and they have the wall of televisions, and you
Yes.
kind of go, I don't know. I want a good one, but I don't know the difference between
Yeah.
all of these. And there's that one that stands out. It's the Samsung because of that lighting technology that gives you all those rich, beautiful colors.
So, what size is this sitting here? So this is a 43 inch. This is
Right.
actually the smallest one that we're offering. The 43 inch is $479. We start there, you're saving $70 right off the top. From 43, we go to 50 inch, then to 55, 65 inch, 70 inch, 75, and a whopping 85 inch television. The easy pay goes anywhere from $96 to $320. If you want the 70, 75, or 85, only 120 remain in each. I do also want to let you know about the shipping and handling that goes along with this. I believe, and Brian, maybe you can help me, or Craig, that the 43, the 50, the 55 will all ship the regular way. Is that right, Craig?
I believe so, yes. I think once you get above 55, we do
Right.
scheduled delivery.
Correct. Scheduled delivery will happen with that. And the savings, you're going to get anywhere from $70 to $700 savings right
Wow.
now. And there's also 12-month special financing with this. So 12-month special financing means you still get this television now. You simply get a longer runway to pay for it. So you have until basically next November to finish paying for it. There are minimum payments. And as long as you pay those minimum payments every month and you pay today's price by the end of the time frame period, the 12 months, it's like same as cash. So there are no promotional fees, there are no interest fees, there's nothing. It's just a service we do for you to allow you to get big ticket electronics home in a way that might be a little bit easier on your budget, especially since you're shopping for people, you're buying things this season, but you do want to be the hub and you do want to have that game between Jason and Travis Kelce.
Yes.
And the only reason that I know it's a bye week is because apparently I'm a Swiftie and they're like, well, Travis is in Argentina.
I know.
Seeing
with his
Taylor.
girlfriend Taylor,
And he's got a bye
he
week.
met her dad. It's really
So,
serious.
it's
I know
very
too
serious.
much.
It's very serious.
Craig, you're welcome.
We're all pop star people.
Tune in for more sports news with
You know
Rachel
what?
and Chelsea.
Exactly. It's actually sports news, but really in an entertainment Swiftie kind of way.
Yes.
So that's why we know. he's like,
Is this your worst nightmare, Craig, come to life?
Well, no, it's actually, I live in a house of Swifties. Both my daughters are Swifties.
Yes.
And the nice thing is after the Swiftie concert in our area this summer, my house was completely quiet because my girls couldn't speak because they were screaming
They
for
lost their
nonstop hours
voices.
watching Taylor Swift. So,
Oh.
yes, we talk about the Swifties, but more importantly, we talk about the Eagles that have the week off.
Correct,
So, whether
correct.
you're watching the Swifties, whether you're watching the Eagles,
Yep. It's either way. And so we do have the 12-month special financing. You are going to get when it's the 43, the 50, or the 55-inch. Again, that's like regular delivery. When we get into 65 to 85, you're looking at that scheduled delivery. We have a little picture of the ports on the side, Craig, so you can talk to us. First of all, you get the TV, the stand. You also get a suite of services and software, which we'll dive into in a second. But we've got a picture of the ports on the side because, Craig, I guess what people want to know is, I'm making this investment, but is this a TV that's going to last for several years, or is some newfangled thing going to come in and then it's going to be outdated in 5 seconds?
All right, first of all, it's the world of technology, so there's always going to be a newfangled thing that's going to come down the pike. But this TV is going to last you for years and years. So first of all, you can wall mount any of the sizes that we have, 43 up to 85, or put the feet on either one, any size as well. And here are all your connection ports. So anything you want to plug into this TV, we can do it. We got 2 USB ports. We've got a hardwired Ethernet port because we are using the smart TV capability. You will need internet connection. So whether you want a hardwired or Wi-Fi connecting, you can. You can see we have a total of 3 HDMI ports. There's also a little port below that third HDMI on the back. That's an optical audio cable hookup there. So depending on what kind of sound bar you have, you can plug it in. But yes, you can plug anything into this television. And the great thing about TVs these days, ladies, is especially with this Samsung TV, if you have that technology to plug it in, you can, but you may never have to plug anything into this television. Nothing whatsoever because of the smart capability. So I have a Q60 series TV, not just the one sitting here in front of me, but the one that I have in my family room. It's about 2 or 3 years old. I don't have any boxes or cables plugged into it. I just have it plugged into the wall. And what's great about that is I do everything through streaming. So I have my television hooked up to my Wi-Fi router, just like I have my computers and my tablets, but I stream all of that stuff. So the great thing about this TV, if you have to plug stuff in, you can, but for many people, you don't need to plug anything in at all.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, that's my dream, because Craig knows this, because we've worked together before. I like to describe myself as a pioneer woman, that I don't feel super like tech savvy, but I love that you can just like plug this in and go. It's really easy, right, Craig?
100% it is. I'll just press the menu here just to show you what you're going to look at. So what's neat about this, it's so easy to navigate the home screen here on this Samsung television set. So one of the neat things that Samsung does, and a lot of people do this, by the way, you have the capability to stream your Netflix and your Disney, your Apple TV and stuff like that. But what Samsung does, which is different, we already talked about the gaming mode here, where you can stream your Xbox games or your Luna or NVIDIA GeForce games. Gamers, you know what I'm talking about. But what Samsung does with their streaming of media, they've added a channel in here called Samsung TV Plus. This is totally free. A lot of these right here, they require that monthly subscription, but Samsung TV Plus is 100% free.
Free channels. How many channels?
Over 190 channels, including QVC and HSN and all kinds of other content totally for free. So Chelsea, you were talking about, hey, you don't want to get too complex. You want to keep it nice and simple. Well, nice and simple right here. We have all kinds of free channels and content based on news channels, movie channels, crime channels, outdoor, food, home, and travel, reality TV, game shows. The list goes on and on and on, and you never pay for any of these channels on Samsung TV Plus. It's a really cool perk from that #1 TV brand.
Wow. And again, the reason that you're buying this right now is that not only do we give you a break-in price of $70 to $700, but we also give you the option of extending that 5 easy payments to 12 if you're shopping with your Q card, like 12 months. We also are going to ship it to you for free. So no like trying to put a TV on the top of the car or rent a U-Haul or holding on to things. Like, I swear to goodness, when you're young, you think that you can hold on to everything. I'm going to hold on to the TV outside of the car. We're just going to drive slow.
How many times I've like held on to something or been in the back, like buried under it.
You don't need to do that. Nope. We're going to ship it to you for free. It's fine. You still have a holiday return policy on it, so you get it home now. And if you don't love it, you watch it all through November, all through December, all the games, all the holiday movies, all through New Year's Eve, and balls dropping all over like Australia. And then you're doing you know, the Times Square, and
All
then
of it.
whatever, all around the world. If you don't love it, you can send it back to us. You have until the end of January to try it. Craig, I know you're sticking around because this is Samsung, #1 TV brand, their #1 most popular series that we have at a really great price, E320439, $70 to $700 off. So this was very popular earlier in our show.
Oh, and it really